And Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva was outstanding as well.
Yeah, high quality, which Newcastle have been lacking, Shaq.
Yeah.
Obviously, 2 good finishes today. Second half, they just look absolutely shot.
Yeah.
Again.
I continue to believe that Newcastle are trending in the right direction. I think we've been through the worst of their issues, of their challenges, and the team is starting to find a rhythm again. I think Alexander Isak is absolutely key to that. Of course, especially the fact that Callum Wilson is injured, so even if he goes down, they really have nobody. But Newcastle are trending. I said yesterday that I felt while Newcastle are trending in the right direction, this was just a step too far for them. And that's exactly how it proved.
Haven't they lost like the last 4 in a row?
They've lost a lot, yeah.
So how can you be trending in the right direction if you've lost 4 in a row?
They're playing out. This performance is a whole lot better than anything you saw in December. I'm looking purely at the performances from Newcastle. And they go on a run now. I think in the next 12, they've got Villa and Arsenal in there. But the other 10 are games that Newcastle should win the majority of. And I think as you start to see players coming back and that little run gets together, you see Newcastle start to climb the table. No, not enough. I still don't think they finish top 4. But I think the worst is beyond them. Yeah. But the performances are much improved. And I think the big difference, again, is that tiredness and the fact that City can make a difference off the bench in a way that certainly right now, Eddie Howe simply has no option to.
Give everyone a break for a few days, Stephen, kind of
100%.
And then just go again?
Yeah, no. Newcastle, they just couldn't suck the air in at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's really... But the desire and the commitment was there, as Shaka said. That's huge. There's definitely a way to lose a game. And if you lose a game the way they did to City, with putting every single thing in, there's not one Newcastle fan leaving that ground anything other than proud of the team. Right. They didn't win, but there's nobody complaining. Hey, I don't care who was playing against City, the way they played, they would have got beaten anyway.
And of course, all this from City, Frank, without Erling Haaland.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know, they don't even need him, which is that would be worse. But again, I have to go with the guys about Newcastle. They did what they had to do. They have nothing to be ashamed of because they were working very hard. But you play against the best team in the world when they play like that, and without Haaland, so it could have been worse. But it could have been worse because the goalkeeper, Newcastle's goalkeeper, made like 8 or 9 saves. And we didn't talk about that. It could have been dramatic. Newcastle worked very hard. Haaland wasn't there. It would have been maybe worse, but it is what it is. And Newcastle cannot be ashamed, but Manchester City and especially Pep Guardiola must be very proud of his players.
This, of course, is a split week in the Premier League. You've got 5 games this weekend and then 5 games next weekend. Obviously, we saw Burnley play out that 1-1 draw against Luton yesterday. Meanwhile,